Here we have a new 2026 GMC Sierra 1500. This one's a crew cab, comes in the pro trim level, summit white paint, and then we have jet black vinyl interior. For the powertrain, we get that 2.7 liter turbo 4, nicknamed the TURBOMAX, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. A few options on here, including that pro value package, but to the front end here, we get the LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights. The lights don't dance like that. That's just how my camera's picking them up, but love the front fascias of the Sierra Pros. And I like that we still have that modern look instead of having like the halogen headlamps like we do on the lower trim Silverados. Now these are optional. These are 17-inch aluminum wheels. And then to the door panel here, power door lock controls, power mirror controls, rear window locks. We get a one-touch up and down window on the driver's side. The other three doors have express down. Headlamp controls, electronic parking brake, hood release, and then we get a manual tilt steering wheel. And then here we have a manual 4-way driver's seat. I'm going to show you the tow specs in a minute on the window sticker, well, on the door jamb, excuse me. But a big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get to the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But again, pro value package, we have the bed liner, these optional wheels. Might be a little hard to see through this tint here, but I'm trying to get as close as I can. And there's the parts content as well. But I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So we're gonna check out the space sitting behind myself. So pretty good space back here. Love the vinyl floor mats as well. It just comes in handy, the vinyl floor, I guess. But this thing's ready to work and has tons of space for you and the crew. And down here, you got a USB-C and a USB-A charge port, rear AC vents. So there's a look at the front from back here. We still get the LED reading lights throughout, which is nice. And then we can hang a whole uniform on this or that door. And then grab handles are here. Now, if you do have the kids back here, child locks are on either side of the doors, so they can't get in and out without you knowing. Fuel filler. And then as we come around to the back end, we get the standard incandescent bulbs in the tail lamps, but no big deal. Easy let down tailgate, excuse me. And again, optional bed liner here. We do get a 120 volt 3-prong household plug-in in the back. It's a tow hitch. There's a spare, exhaust outlet. Now as we come around to the rear passenger side, you have lower anchors for the car seats right here. And then if for whatever reason you need the tethers, they're on the back of the seats. You just kind of tie it to this hook right here. And then front passenger seat, manual. Then a lockable glove compartment here. And then a top shelf there. But there's that 2.7 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. And before we hop in, let's just test out the blinkers. But now to the driver's seat. So we get that vinyl wrap steering wheel. There's the horn. Now to the radio, AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. Settings in here. We can change our language as well as our preferences here. And then in the apps you have that. Vehicle settings include rear seat reminder, buckle to drive, and teen driver. Backup cameras there, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Little storage tray up top here. And I like that we have shortcuts for all the buttons. So home button, volume, you can turn that up and then click there to mute, phone, and then you can set your presets up top here. So just go to it and then hold to set, pretty easy to do. Now single zone manual climate controls are here below. We can hit this button to cut the system on or off, adjust fan speed with the knob, temperature on this knob, and then fan direction with these buttons. Lane keeping system, auto stop, release the tailgate, hazards, traction control, and then you do have the tow haul mode there. Another 3-prong household plug-in, 12 volt. This USB-C and this USB-A port actually wire into the radio so you can use the CarPlay or whatever while it's charging your phone. Trailer brake controllers here. And then this is your 6th seat that also serves as a center console space. So tons of storage, bottle holders, and then a traditional space there. Lift this up, turns into that seat. And then you do have a little storage tray underneath. Well, I guess in the seat technically. But then if you want to fold this back into a center console, just pull this strap here and there you have it. But there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then up here we do have the lights for the front, OnStar. Still get a vanity mirror, which is nice. And then blinkers, auto high beam toggle on the side there. Your intermittent wipers are through here. Windshield washer fluid. And then your high beams can be toggled there. And then shifter on this side, hit the brake, pull down, reverse, neutral drive. And then you have your low gear and you can use the limiter there. And then that digital part of the gauge cluster in the middle, that bottom right-hand corner shows you what gear you're in. And then over here we have our cruise control. So on, off, cancel, set the speed, and the gap adjust for the forward collision alert right there. Now to the actual gauge cluster here, this screen, we can kind of go through the tire pressure monitors, air filter life, brake pad life, all of that. And then you can keep scrolling down and go to units and change your units of measurement from US to metric if you so choose. But pretty easy to use for the most part. And then push button start. Finally, here's the key fob. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Sierra 1500 Pro, say what you will about the TurboMax, but the power these things have is crazy. Just how they are able to put it down, the acceleration, and then even the tow capacity on top of that is phenomenal. And I like these. They're not as fuel efficient as you might like from a Turbo 4, but this is still a full-size pickup truck. It's still supposed to tow like one, so it just has a beefier setup. It's not like a 4-cylinder turbo that's in an Equinox. This is a totally different engine. It just happens to have the same makeup, if that makes sense. But we're going to give it a pull getting on the interstate here. Not gonna floor it, but gonna give it something. Here we go. Like I said, it's no joke. I didn't even put my foot down that much. So the tire squeal is an accident. But I mean, just, it's powerful, it really is. And GM did such a great job with just making something that obviously is for emission standards. But again, you get a little better fuel economy, specifically in the city. it's fun to drive having a turbocharger on this thing, and you can do a bit to it as well. But a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But it's a full-size truck. Ride quality is fantastic. Like the driving dynamics as well, not too loose, but it's not overly tight steering either. Just makes sense for a full-size truck. Now for the price point, I think this is pretty solid. I mean, rear wheel drive, it's a good work truck, having the Pro Value package, everything that's included on this one in particular. Now years ago, I had a 2018 Chevy Silverado 1500, and that was a custom, basically the Pro version of the Chevy, and had cloth seats. It was a double cab configuration, so not a full-size crew cab, but it had the V6, and this TurboMax just feels so much better than that 4.3 liter V6 that was in that Silverado. So if you're skeptical about this and you're like, where's the V6, or I'd never put a 4-cylinder turbo in a truck, this is something that I would drive. I get about the same amount of fuel economy, something that feels quicker, feels better. And I might have kept that truck longer if I had a powertrain like this as opposed to that V6, because the V6 just, it had a higher displacement, but for that heavy of a truck, accelerating just wasn't like having a V8. It just felt sluggish. It didn't feel quick. I mean, I like the sound of the V6 a bit better, but the turbo on this one kind of makes up for having a 4-cylinder engine, because this sounds like a freaking Duramax. Whenever you give it throttle, it's that much fun to drive. Now, reliability-wise, these have only been out for a few years, so don't know if any of these have hit like 200,000, 300,000 miles. But as opposed to a V8, I do feel like this will do a bit better in terms of the repair cost. The turbo maybe not, but 4 cylinders is better than having a full with 8 from that aspect, you know, everything else being equal, which of course it's not. But you have to think too, if you get those V8s that have the Ecotech or whatever that is, you have that issue as well. Just dealing with extra stuff that goes on an engine that would normally just be relatively easy to work with. But no complaints with this truck, specifically in this trim. If you're trying to save money, I'd take the vinyl over an SLE with cloth any day, but that's just my preference. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro.